Today is a special Latina Leaders podcast as we talk to a young woman doing impactful things for her community, but is also a celebrity. So her name is Victoria Sofia Tabora and is not just your average teen. So she is from Celebration, Florida, and proudly represents her culture, Mexican and Honduran Filipino roots. And she grew up actually on a farm, which actually shaped her deep respect for animals, nature, and sustainability, which is so amazing and something we have in common. Uh, she is already making national waves as a model, as an entrepreneur, environmental advocate, and as of January 2025, Victoria entered her very first pageant and made history as the first from Florida to be crowned Miss Eco-Teen USA that same month. I also had the privilege of seeing her walk the runway at New York Fashion Week for the Mexican brand, specifically Lost Calf. It was a very powerful moment that reflected both her heritage as well as her growing influence on the fashion world. She has a commitment to sustainability that runs deep, and we're going to talk a little bit about how she founded Ranch Life, a passion project, as well as raising 100,000 for Conservation Florida. She is now preparing to represent USA in Miss Eco-Teen International in Egypt. So let's welcome Victoria Sofia Tabora. Hi,
Hi.
Victoria.
Oh,
How are
this
you?
is I'm I feel great. I feel things didn't go as planned. I was supposed to do this at my house, but when a work opportunity comes up, you take it. So I'm in the car right now, and after this I'm gonna have to go straight to work. So it's
Of
like
course, of course. And appreciate you taking the time today to talk a little bit about your journey because really this podcast is to empower other Latinas, young Latinas like yourself, as well as women in general, because age really does not matter, right? It really
yeah.
doesn't matter in the things you really want to do. So let's talk about first the how you grew up on a farm and your discovery. First of all, how did you get discovered?
It's actually like a really like so I was actually at my horse stables with my mom cleaning out stables. It was like in the middle of like May, I'm pretty sure. I think it's like a whole it happened so quickly because I remember I was just doing my thing on the farm, cleaning up like the horse stables, which isn't the best.
Yeah.
It was humid, everything. And then Angel, which is my manager now, basically scouted me and he was like, "You, I see something in you." I'm like, "Me? Pageants? I know, like, I've never thought of it. Like, modeling, sure." I was like, "Oh, yeah, like, that would be nice," but I could never see myself because I mean, I'm pretty below average height, so it's,
We're
and
Latinas, right?
yeah, but, all
Yeah.
of us are tall, okay. Yeah. And so it all really happened so quickly. It was such a quick journey, especially since when I won Miss Eco Teen USA, I had been doing pageants for less than a year. I
Mm,
had like never done it before, like
right.
none of that. So I was like, oh my God. Like, and I feel like it really just shows that you don't need to have been like doing this for a long time in
Right.
order to have a good shot at winning. I mean,
No,
that's just
the fact that you've never done it before, well, you were just starting, and it does it seem like everything happened so quickly, like especially this year, 2025?
yeah, there
It's
was like
happened
so much.
so much,
Oh my
right?
God.
But you know what? That's a fantastic thing, and you still have so much ahead of you. But I
Yeah.
did see you as well on the New York Fashion Week runway for Lost Calf, and you look so beautiful there too. And I
Oh,
really
thank you.
love that brand and what they
Yeah.
had, right? Like I love that urban type of feel, the
Hmm.
hat, everything looks so good on you. And I'm like, oh, I really like this brand. So you represented them well. How did you feel about that?
That it honestly was so empowering because especially in the fashion world, you don't see a lot of first Mexican brands, but also Mexican brands that aren't just, like high fashion. It actually puts in, because those
Mhm.
are mostly, I think of area whenever I see their clothing, but it's actually Mexican made and has like, it's it's Mexican
Yeah.
rather. And a lot of Mexicanos, like, we don't, I mean, a lot of us work. We work in things like construction, landscaping, things. I mean, that's where I work. And whenever people hear that, they don't believe me because they're like, "You're a beauty queen. You're not supposed to, you know."
Mhm.
But
Yeah,
I don't know. It was very empowering because you don't see that type of stuff on the runway, not usually at
I
least.
know, and I
And it
liked
was just
it.
so like, not only am I representing a different type of clothing that isn't seen as super fashionable, but it was also by the creators, the designers are actually Mexican. So
Right.
it feels so original. It feels like I'm actually representing my people.
Of course. And that's exactly it. And I love that portion of the
Yeah.
Mexican portion of it was so amazing. Was that your first runway?
Lost Calf, no, I had done I my first ever show was back in September, and that was for Vila. She's a Romanian designer,
Mhm.
and she's based here in Florida, Miami, Florida. And she had invited me to go walk on the runway, which was like my first time ever even like be because I had always been into fashion, but I had
Yeah.
never actually been at a runway show or anything. So I was so nervous. And I thought like after being getting off the runway, I'm like, I did so bad. Like I was like, oh my God, I did horrible. But actually her inviting me there is what opened up many doors for me in that world. And I'm forever grateful for that
Yeah, of course.
because that same um like week, fashion week that I walked for Lost Calf, I also walked for Just Mine and I'm pretty sure Art of Thread as well, which
Mhm.
all of those were just amazing to do too.
Okay, so talk to us a little bit about Miss Eco Teen, the pageant, and what is that about? Because a lot of people don't understand or don't really
Yeah.
know what it's about, especially in Canada. So educate us a little bit about what is that?
Well, Miss Eco International, it was founded in Egypt, I believe in 2015. And it's more than just a pageant. It's more than just being pretty on a stage and answering questions. It's a platform that is really based in being environmentally aware and like a lot of it also includes a lot of cultural understanding because it's from girls from a bunch of different places. They're based, I mean, by the eco, it's very environmental. It's about environmental tourism, empowering the environment, and basically giving a larger voice to the environment. Because especially here in Florida, I mean, our nature here is beautiful, and I've seen the environment in Canada as well, and it's very beautiful. But especially here, we have a big issue with you'll see like a beautiful wildlife
Mhm.
area and then they'll just like stick a Walmart on it. So
Yes,
it's
it
meant to
happens.
give voice to nature that cannot speak for itself,
Yeah,
especially when we have people here that all they see is real estate in that area, you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
And another point to Miss Eco International is really giving voice as well to the youth and showing to the youth that even though you're young, even though you don't have a bunch of things under your belt, your voice can still make a difference.
Mm-hmm. 100%. And so basically you raised $100,000 for Conservation Florida. That's amazing. And
Thank
I
you.
heard that your dress, can you talk to us a little bit about your dress? It was made out of 1,000 plastic.
Yeah,
What
water
was that?
bottles.
Yeah.
That was so like even just figuring. So every single water bottle we did have to clean out and everything, and they were hand like cut by my manager and I believe his sister. And that took like so I'm so proud of him as well for being able to do that. Me and my family basically collected and washed all the water bottles, but with work and everything, we didn't have really the time to
Hmm.
completely make it ourselves.
Yeah.
So I thankfully to my manager, he helped make that happen. We had this vision and we're like, how are we gonna do this? And it was really a team effort,
Hmm.
that's for sure.
Hmm.
And like all of our minds just being put together to make it happen. And I'm really proud of that dress as well.
That's amazing. Why don't we talk a little bit about your brand? You have a brand, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah, talk to us a little bit about that.
I mean, my brand is mostly based in, I mean, if we're talking about ranch life or
Hmm.
if we're talking
Ranch
about
life.
ranch life is basically, I have always been, my mom especially, because I grew up with a single mother. Even though we had lived at just an apartment at the time, if we saw like a kitten on the street, she's like, we're taking it home. I'm like, so even our first cats ever, I was actually 3 years old when I got my first cat, and it was because I saw it on the street and I just took it home. So
Oh, yeah.
without permission, but we kept it. So, and I guess that really inspired like a lot of my family, even just like when we had moved to the farm. Yeah, you get horses, you get chickens and everything, but even now we even have 6 dogs, which is to some people that's like unimaginable, that's like too many. But basically all of them are rescues.
Okay.
Especially we have our senior dog, Bosco. He's around, I think he's turning 6 now. And which is crazy because I just remember like a while ago that he was only like 4 years old. So,
Hmm.
um, but he experienced a lot of trauma. He was actually going to be put down at one of the
Oh,
shelters.
okay.
And my mom was like, we have to take him. We have to take him. And
Yeah.
it's crazy because a lot of these animals, you see them on these lists that they're going to put them down. And then when you actually rescue them, you see how full of life they are. And you can't even imagine them
Yeah.
actually being put down. It's horrible. And that's why even now I have 5 cats too, as well. 2 of my cats, in my neighborhood where um, our farm is, there used to be a lot of stray cats,
Hmm.
and one of them just kind of walked up on our porch, and I'm like, you're going home with
So
me.
you have a big heart. Yeah,
Yeah,
animals, they just fill your heart. They're just
yeah,
amazing. So congratulations for even for doing that. It's hard to see. I know what you mean. You want to take all of them home, but sometimes you
yeah,
can't. But congratulations on doing all these amazing things for both animals and conservation, and all of that. Okay, so Egypt is coming up for Miss Eco International, and you're going to Egypt for this.
yeah.
That's exciting. So, how do you feel about this? Are you excited?
I'm extremely excited. I'm also very scared, but like, because this is my first time ever being out of the country,
Yeah,
honestly, because I had only ever, inside the United States. So my first time going out of the country, I'm going like on the other side of the world, a whole new continent and everything. So
yeah,
it's very nerve-wracking as well, but I already know it's gonna be an ex like incredible experience.
incredible for sure.
And I'm just really grateful that I had the opportunity to go. And
Yes. Is there anywhere that we can watch this?
I believe there will be a live stream for Miss
Okay.
Eco Teen International, but not all the details have been released
Oh,
yet
okay.
because it is in October.
Okay.
But if I do get any details on that, I will send them over.
Send
So
it, and I do want to support you and cheer you on. So
thank you.
let's do that. Okay. So, and then finally, I do want to talk a bit about other Latinas like yourself around the world that maybe are aspiring to do what you're doing. Maybe they want to be models, but they also think that they can't be models because of their height.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's always a thing, right? So, what advice would you give other Latinas like you? Or even older, doesn't matter, age doesn't matter
Mhm.
here, if they want to get into something like that.
It's, I want to say first, it's never impossible. As impossible as you may think it is, it never is, because when you actually just jump in with both feet, you'll realize that there's always a place for everyone,
Yeah,
especially in the fashion world. There's always a place for everyone's taste, everyone's face, everyone's look. Someone's looking for that look.
yeah,
And maybe you don't have the height for runway, but you do have the face and the opportunity and the want. It really takes wanting it.
yeah,
That's what will keep your head up even when you get turned away at castings, that they're like, no, we don't want you. We don't want you to because of this, because of that, because of your weight, because of your height, or just that you don't have the look they want. But there is someone always searching for a new face, a new look, or they just have the taste for what you are.
yeah,
And that's the only thing that will keep you going, just wanting it that bad. You will end up getting it just takes a
yeah.
lot of work. It does take time, and it does take keeping your head up, because trust me, at castings, when they tell you to just like turn away, it hurts. It
That's
hurts.
exactly what I was going to
Yeah,
ask you next because it must hurt, right? When you're
Yeah.
turned away. So how do you deal with that? Like, how could someone deal with that? Because it is rejection, you know.
Yeah.
So what advice would you give to other women, like when it comes to castings, to keep going, I guess?
I mean, when you do get turned away, you do have to keep in mind that there will always be new opportunities. I mean, there's always young design. Like I do myself want to be a designer myself, and someone's always looking for a model with some type of feature that you have. That's the thing that it's really hard to find people that look the exact same and for people that want to have models that all look the exact same. Some people like that, some people don't. And some people really do want to give opportunities to people that aren't considered conventional, as in super tall, super
Yeah.
skinny,
Yeah.
a certain look. And it just keeping in mind that you really want this. If you really want this, it'll find you at some if it's meant for you, it will find you.
Yes, and I love that you said that because that's exactly what I follow. If something is meant for you, it
Hmm.
will find you, and you have to just keep going. And I always,
Yeah.
when opportunities, the door closes, there's always another one open. So
You just have to look for it. You just really have to keep going, keep your head up, keep that energy up. Don't let it, sure it may hurt, but you shouldn't let it burn inside of you.
right, right, and basically, yeah, and stopped. Yeah, so keep going. So thank you for all that advice, and also for everything that you're doing for your community. It's a lot of stuff, right?
Yeah.
So this year must have been a whirlwind for you. How, one more question is, how do you manage all of this? Like, because it just came all at once, right?
Yeah, actually, after my first ever fashion week, when I realized how busy things are gonna get, because I had always gone to in-person school, I have been going to the same like school area. Like everyone who goes to the middle school, they go to the same high school, you know?
Mhm.
And it was such a big change to go into online school because of everything. Because, like, just an example, literally this Sunday, I'm going to a beach cleanup. And sometimes, whenever I go do those community things, I don't always take videos of it because I didn't put on makeup for it or something. But I'm learning now that it really does also empower other
It
people and other
does. It
women
does.
to
Yeah.
go out and like without any makeup, without your hair done, without your best clothes on,
Yeah,
without posing in every photo because that's real life.
it is.
That's what real people look like. And I don't want to be one of those people because when I was a kid, it was really hard to see all these people like social media and you're like, "Oh my God, that's their life." No, it's not. It's not real.
No, it's
It's
true. It's true.
yeah.
Yeah. So thank you for saying that because that's so true. So actually you and I know how hard it is because you want to be in the moment. So you don't want to be,
Yeah.
you're busy and I love that you have a beach cleanup. We don't have a nice beach like you have. So I'm like, oh, I wish I could attend this and join you, but I
Yeah.
can't. But the fact that you document it would be fantastic if there's someone to help you do that
Yeah.
and just showing real live what we're doing for the community because other
Hmm.
people may want to join and it just is kind of like a
They
ripple.
don't, yeah, they don't know where to look, they don't know how to sign
Yeah.
up, a lot of things.
Hmm.
So I will definitely be showing all those things, especially now that I have help going with
Yes.
me to the cleanup. So
Yeah.
it'll be great. We're actually going to take videos, we're actually going to show what we do. And my biggest message when it comes to cleaning up the environment, especially here in Florida, is that even tourists come here for our beautiful nature,
Mhm.
but you can't love it and enjoy it, but then turn around and not keep it clean and not take
Right.
care of it.
Yeah.
Right? So that's the message I want to send is that if you love the beach so much, take care of it.
Right. Just bring a bag with you and throw
Yeah.
things away, that kind of thing. So yes, thank you for all of that. And I want to thank you so much for your time because I know
Oh,
you're very
thank
busy.
you. It's
So thank you.
okay.
Yeah, thank you for joining the Latina Leaders Podcast. And I will absolutely be watching your journey. And now people will know who you are. So where can they find you?
You can find me at Victoria Tabora on Instagram. And I also have the Miss Eco Teen USA account. If you want to support me like directly through the pageant, that's another account you can go ahead and follow.
Okay.
And that's mostly all my main socials at least.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Victoria, for participating today, for sharing your journey. It's really appreciated what you do. And keep going. Keep on going.
Yes,
Yeah, and have yourself an amazing, amazing week ahead.
you too.